Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And you have to just take your hat off to the old Missy in Action L factor in a certain part of South Africa's community. Now they're shooting the security guards who are protecting Eskom staff who are trying to fix problems in the townships. Can you believe it? Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Let me just add a bit of meat to the bone. Eskom said 2 security guards were fatally shot in Philippi East in Western Cape late on Monday afternoon as they were escorting Eskom engineers who had attended to an electricity supply fault in the area. The guards employed by Sizwe Security were contracted by Eskom to provide armed protection for technicians working in a high-risk area known for incidents of robbery and violence. Through Western Cape General Manager for Distribution, Alvi Lester, Eskom said none of its employees were harmed but would receive counselling for the traumatic incident, as would Sizwe security staff members. Now, just tonight I put up a video on the 2020 channel which showed what happened at Diepsloot because of all the illegal connections to the transformer. It just went up in smoke. Now, Eskom, I don't think will be wanting to go back there to fix that transformer in case something like we're talking about here happens over there. This is how crazy things are getting. Anyway, let's continue with the story. Lester said the preliminary investigations indicate that the team had completed the work and were just leaving the area in their vehicles when the attack was made on the security guard's vehicle. The killings came as the power utility battled widespread power outages across the country, including in Gauteng. Eskom spokesman Sikonati Manchacha said the power cuts are happening across the high-density residential areas of Gauteng and are a result of Eskom's conscious efforts to protect its distribution infrastructure from damage caused by illegal connections, like in that Diepsloot incident which I just told you about. He said, these illegal connections and other forms of electricity thefts cause overloading, which destroys transformers and many substations. These explosions occur mostly during peak demand hours between 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the evenings. Manchacha said Eskom spent about 1 billion rand a year in Gauteng alone to repair such damage. Eskom has a duty to protect its infrastructure in order to sustain the supply of electricity to the communities. The most practical way to arrest these damages is to curtail power supply during the hours when the most damage occurs. In May 2020, Eskom said it would carefully consider all negative consequences as well as residents' legal and constitutional rights before implementing rotational blackouts in densely populated townships where illegal connections were common. However, recent power cuts in Soweto and other Gauteng areas do not seem to be rotational blackouts, but rather lengthy fault blackouts. In Soweto, in areas such as Chiawelo, Snake Park and Dobsonville, electricity supply has been regularly disrupted. In one instance in Chiawelo, the blackout lasted 4 days, from June the 12th to June the 14th. The cuts have sparked protests in areas such as Snake Park, with people demanding electricity in the face of a cold front in the province. In contrast to the Philippi killings, in Soweto, a large group of residents, mostly men, offered to protect Eskom engineers fixing underground power lines in the area on Monday. This is what it's got to in South Africa. You've got to actually have the engineers under protection in a community. This is the gangster state of South Africa. It's starting to sound more and more like Haiti or Venezuela or any of those rogue states. I think South Africa has become a rogue state, actually. Eskom commended the Chirwalla residents, saying protection of both Eskom employees and infrastructure is in the best interests of the community, who rely on both for continuous electricity supply. Eskom told Daily Maverick the amount owed to the power utility by Soweto residents was just below 20 billion rand. That's with a B, billion rand. Asked how Eskom planned to recoup this debt, Mantshantsha said Eskom continues to intensify its efforts, first to increase payment levels for the electricity supplied to the area by upgrading the customers to prepaid meters, and to disconnect those found to have bypassed their meters. We have notched some successes, with payment levels doubling to just under 24% in February 2020. Less than 1 in 4 electricity recipients in Soweto are paying their bill. The other 3/4 are on illegal connections in Soweto. Incredible. Mantshantsha could not put a figure on the amount of power loss through illegal connections. However, damages arising from this practice totaled 1 billion rand a year. Eskom's security teams continue to conduct inspections and audits to remove illegal connections in the communities, Mantshantsha said, adding that communities were being engaged to help combat illegal connections and other forms of theft and vandalism of infrastructure. The utility was also acting against its employees who help customers bypass meters and commit other crimes. During April, 3 Eskom employees were arrested and suspended for allegedly helping to effect illegal connections. Mantshantsha concluded by saying there are others who have been suspended for other offences, including irregularly interfering with meters or electricity vouchers. All right, guys, that's an update on Eskom and the troubles in the townships. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.